Hello, world. I'm Doris Hall James, and welcome to the Indie Show. This show brings hidden music legends to light. This platform showcases musical talents, gifts, and contributions these legends have given to the music world. This evening, my conversation will be with Benny Barksdale Jr. Wherever you can imagine you want to be, Benny Barksdale Jr. can take you there with his sax. He plays so smooth, so effortlessly. You can tell his gift is from the heart. Welcome, Benny.
Thank you, Doris. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you.
Yeah.
That sax is beautiful. It's beautiful. You play so, it's no effort. You just play, and that's a gift.
Yes, I try whenever I play. I try to put some soul in anything I do.
And you do, do. I know the other night before we get into our interview, the other night when we were at Crab Tavern,
right?
And I forgot what you were playing, but I was just like mystified. I just was saying, "Oh my God, this is beautiful!" And that band was in back of you.
Oh yeah,
it was really, and you opened up.
Yeah. Brett always, well, he always has me, doing the first song anyway. I love those guys.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's a good group of guys.
Oh my God, yeah. Brett.
How long you been with Brett and the band over there at the Crab?
I would say close to about 5 or 6 years now.
Oh, it's been that long?
Oh yeah. I mean, the way that all started, my goodness, I have a friend of mine in New Jersey who's a female keyboardist. Her name is Dale Cottrell, and she was telling Fran and I that there's a band in Philly. They play in Germantown, this place called the 7165 Lounge.
Yeah.
And now it's under a new name now. But anyway, she wanted to take us there and, check the band out, And I said, sure, So she told me to, take my horn and let's see, we can, sit in with the band. I said, I would love to. So once I got there, of course, I had to sign the sheet, And she asked me what I wanted to play, I said, well, no, maybe we do Georgia, So I played. They called my, they called my name up, And so we went up. Dale and I. Dale was on the keys, and I played Georgia. And after I finished, I got a standing ovation. They loved it.
Georgia for us tonight.
They loved it. Okay. And Brett called me the next day and asked me. He asked me would I be interested in joining the band. I said sure, I would love to. When they were playing the first song, I was telling Dale and Fran, I said, boy, these guys they are phenomenal. The sound was like unbelievable. And of course they gave me a nickname, so that stuck with me ever since. They called me Uncle Benny.
Uncle Benny.
Benny.
Well, that was a great story.
Yeah.
And Brett Jolly is so talented.
Oh, I love those
guys.
People
friendly.
Yeah.
The Crab Tavern is like a home. It's a nice place to go, and you can eat, and you can dance and listen to good music. And most of the time, it's no cover charge when Brett's there, so it's like a win-win situation. And the Crab Tavern is located in. Is it Yaden?
It's in Darby.
It's Darby?
Yes.
Okay.
201 North McDade Boulevard.
Okay.
And
you're there on Wednesday evenings?
Every Wednesday night. I come from New Jersey, Hamilton, New Jersey, and drive, every
and
Wednesday
what time do you guys start?
Normally we usually start like around 8:30.
About 8:30 until 12?
To 12 o'clock,
To 12?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Now, how did your music career begin? When you met Brett, you were already in the music, right?
Oh yes.
Okay,
yes.
so tell me how did that begin?
Well, I come from a musical family.
Okay.
I was born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
And my my mother was she played piano and sang. My cousin, well, actually no, my aunt, she played piano and sang. I had another cousin who was in the church choir. But I really owe it to my father. Okay. My father was a jazz drummer, so he got me really started in this. He had this drum set in the basement in Baltimore, and he would have me going down there, and he'd be playing some of these jazz saxophone players. The records like Sonny Stitt and Gene Ammons and Eddie like Joe Davis and Hank Crawford, and really I enjoyed listening to these. So he would be like playing the drums, and he would be playing these playing these records, and he said no, it's spoken like this, So I caught on. I told him that I said, Daddy, I said, I would love to like play in some of these bands where you play at. And then he said, no, not right now. Those guys will blow you off the stage. You gotta practice, like that.
Yeah.
He was hard on me,
Okay.
But I really got it. I owe it to him. And I started out.
Was that your first instrument? What was
Well,
the
actually, actually, my first instrument in elementary school was the clarinet.
The clarinet.
The clarinet, yes. And actually, my grandmother was the one who bought me my first saxophone.
Okay.
And because that was the instrument that my father wanted me to start playing, sax. So I kept practicing, and I was playing in some of the local bands, in Baltimore, So it was. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and it was good, and you could tell that you're playing from your heart.
Yes.
Yes. The music is just fantastic. But before we go any further, let's introduce Fran, because we didn't do that.
Right.
Fran.
Yes, this is my wife, Fran Barksdale.
Okay.
Fran.
Excuse me, say that again. That's who?
Fran.
Who is she?
Fran Barksdale.
Yes.
Your wife.
Yes,
your
my
wife.
My
Right.
wife. Yes.
Okay.
30 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it 30 years?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tell me a story. How did you two meet? Well, you were in music too, Fran, right?
Yes, well, I was on my way to a class reunion
Okay.
at the Holiday Inn.
Okay.
And I got out of my car, and this gentleman was standing at the door, and he helped me in. He said, "Hello, how are you?" And I said, "I'm fine, thank you." He said, "Are you here for anything particular?" I said, "I'm here for my class reunion meeting." And he said, "Oh, where is that going to be?" I said, "Well, it's going to be in the main ballroom." And he said, "Oh, well," he says, "after your meeting is over, I hope that you will stay and hear my band. I'm playing here." I said, "Oh, that's interesting." I said, "What do you play?" He said, "I play the saxophone." I said, "Well, I'll think about it." So I went in and I sat down, and one of my classmates was sitting there, the girlfriend, and the meeting had started, and she said, "Fran, who's that guy sitting behind that hunk?"
Yeah. Okay.
Sitting behind us. He's one of the band members here at the hotel, and he's invited me to stay after our meeting to hear his band. She said, "Well, I'll stay with you." That's all good. That's great. So when the meeting was over, Benny came and got us, and he put us in these seats, especially right in front of the band almost, and he played, and they were terrific. It
was a tight band.
That was the name of the
band.
band.
Name of the band.
Tight band was
tight.
same tight?
Yep.
Okay, it was a tight band.
A tight
Oh, yeah.
band, really.
Did he play to you, friend? That night, did he play to you?
No, well,
Yeah,
He
kind of
played
like.
for
You sound like
everybody.
But I was actually with that band, I was the front man because I
Okay,
was singing as well. You know, I was singing and playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
So maybe I should ask you, were you singing to her?
Oh yeah, I was looking. I was singing. Yeah.
Yes, he was very attentive, and at the end of the evening, he came over to me. He said, "You're driving, aren't you?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Well, I don't have my car with me here tonight. Would you mind driving me to the band house?" I said, "Well, I'll think about it." So my girlfriend said, "Well, we know where to find him if anything happens to you." So I said, "Okay, Benny, where is the band house?" He said, "Well, I can't think of the address right now, but I'll get in the car and I'll guide you." I said, "Okay." So we got in the car and we drove, and he told me about his time with his music and about his family and about Baltimore, Maryland, and so finally we had driven like about 10 minutes, and I said, "Benny, where is the band house?" He said, "Well, I'll direct you." So we turned down this corner. He said, "In the meantime, how about my seeing you again this weekend?"
Aww.
I said,
Yeah.
"Okay, I'll think about it. I'll think about it." So we turned down this street, we turned down that street. It turned out that the band house was across the street from the hotel where he was playing.
You
Oh,
just tricked her.
I should have known. That should have warned me. Watch out. Watch out for this slicker.
But that's okay because here it says, let me see what it says here. We want to say hi to Facebook fans
Hi
and
there.
friends, hello, and thanks for
Hey
joining
everybody.
us. And we're going to go and we're going to read. Hello, Matt. Matt is always there. Hello,
Hey,
Matt.
hey Wanda.
You got Jessica's there.
Hey Jessica. Oh my
And,
goodness.
then you have Sandy join. Hi, Sandy. Wanda Page.
Hey
Wanda
Wanda.
saying, "Hey, Benny Jr. Barksdale."
Hey there.
Cornell Tubbs joined. Jessica Lorraine Standy. Good evening.
Wow.
Love this. Misty. This is going to be a great evening.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
we have
thank you.
Dean Morrow joined. Sandy says, "My favorite instrument. Love smooth jazz music."
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Let me see. Let's see. Now she's talking to Jessica. Jessica says, "Okay." Oh, she's talking to Sandy. Ron Taylor says, "Hi, Doris. Just signed in. Thank you, Ron. Glad that you joined in." Wanda Page says, "Love Brett Jolly and Crab Tavern." And then we have Roosevelt Rose who joined in. Hi,
Oh.
Roosevelt. Wanda
Hi, Rose.
Page. Hi, Doris.
Oh.
Hi, Wanda. Cornell Tubbs joined in.
Hey Cornell.
Hi, Cornell.
Okay.
And then we have Kathy Briggs. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
We have Wanda Page join in. She said, "Benny always plays from the heart." Yes, he does. We have Jasmine Farrell who joined in. Hi, Jazz. Your time is coming soon. And then we have Judy Johnson. Hello, Mr.
Oh.
Benny
Hey.
and Miss Fran.
Hello.
Love you, Jody and Smooth Edge
Oh,
Band.
thank you,
Okay.
Jody. Hey, hi, Jody. Oh my
Hello,
goodness.
Jody.
And Maddie's saying, "Hello, Doris, Gil, Benny, and Fran."
Oh,
Okay.
oh, good.
And then we go and Pamela Renee Smith joined. Hi, Pam.
Hey,
Hi,
Pam.
Pam.
Okay. And
Yeah.
Wanda Page said, "Benny is slick." Jasmine, hello. Pamela Renee
Oh, my
Smith
goodness.
says, "You guys look great." And then Dean Morris said, "Hey, hello, Doris. Hey, Benny and Fran.
Hey, Dean.
Your adherence to your adherence to your dad's instruction to practice paid off, as your playing is so enchanting and extraordinary. Great interview."
Oh, thank you, Dean.
Wonderful.
Oh,
Okay,
man,
Cornell
goodness.
Tubbs says, "Hey, Benny and Fran, love you guys."
Oh,
Love you
thank
too.
Roosevelt Walker Roosevelt Rosewalker says, hi, Benny.
Hey, Roosevelt.
So I'm
wow.
receiving. I'm trying. Okay, let me go back. Jody Johnson says, hello, Miss Doris. Please tell Mr. Benny and Miss Fran they look wonderful. Jody and Smooth Edge Band love them.
Oh.
Okay.
That's sweet.
Karen Francis says,
Oh, Karen.
hello.
That's my daughter.
Karen
Francis.
Hey,
Francis
Karen.
Smith says hello. And then we have Jerome Hayes. Hey, Uncle Benny. Hey, Doris. Love the show. Love that story of how you and your wife met.
Oh.
Yeah,
Kathy
yeah.
Briggs says hello and good evening. And Doc Benevent Burams
Wow.
Jr. joined.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Gosh, okay.
I'm trying to see. I'm doing the best I can. But thank you for joining in. Thank you. I'm answering as best as I can as I go. Okay,
Oh,
we're
that's
going to continue with our interview.
Thanks for joining in. My goodness.
Now,
Good.
what type? You play jazz. Do you play R&B?
Oh, I play them all. I play
You
it
play
all.
'em all?
I play it all. Yeah, gospel, R&B, funk, smooth jazz, everything. You know, I
Which
play it
one
all.
do you prefer? Which one you
Well,
like best?
I enjoy playing smooth jazz, and I like the R&B. You know, like growing up, I used to love listening to Maceo
Okay.
Parker.
Yeah.
That was
All right.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I would, every time growing up, I loved to hear Maceo play. So I mean, but like I say, I play all types. I mean,
And you play alto, sax, and tenor,
alto, tenor, and soprano.
and soprano. You play all three.
Yes.
And which one do you prefer playing?
Well, actually, of the three, I enjoy playing the alto.
Alto.
I really
Oh,
do.
the
I mean,
alto sax.
I do have a tenor. I need some work done on that, and of course, I do play soprano as well. So, but I don't know. It's just something about the alto. It's easy and it's definitely it's faster. I mean, I
Okay.
can just and it's not that much to carry either.
Okay, and you're a songwriter too.
I have I've got a lot of ideas. Some ideas that I like to pass on. I really do.
Okay.
You wrote one song in
And
particular.
I did. I wrote a song for my wife. It's
Isn't
called
that
Friends.
sweet?
Yeah,
It's called
Ah.
Fran's
Friends
Theme.
theme. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is beautiful. Facebook fans and friends. Last night, Benny sent me a email with the song "Fran's Theme," and I played it, and it put me in another world. I don't even know where I was when I was listening to it. It's absolutely beautiful. And is that song? Is it available, or will it be available?
Well, it's on YouTube. I owe it to another friend of mine, keyboardist by the name of Meg Hansen,
Okay.
and she helped me get it all together. She along with Bobby Bowden. Bobby Bowden was playing drums, and we had
Okay.
an upright bass player,
Mhm.
and I had that done in it was in North Jersey. I mean, we recorded it in North Jersey. But Meg and I, that's the other band that I play with in New Jersey. And we've been playing right much. Right now she's doing a lot of nursing homes, and I play with her a lot. In the nursing homes in that field.
okay.
Yeah. It's nice.
You wrote and played Fran's theme. She called me up last night. Had an attitude. You never do nothing like that for me.
Well, you don't. I mean, I'm only being honest, right? Not trying to start anything, but you don't.
Oh, my
My goodness.
You did that.
All right, I'm going to be waiting to hear.
All right.
But that is a beautiful song. So if you can get your hands on it, and I don't know how you want to do it, but that's a beautiful song.
It is.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Okay, so
Yes.
let's move on and let's talk about your tours, because you've been on quite a few tours, right?
Yes.
So you were on tour with Alicia Keys
Alicia Keys.
at one point.
And that
Okay.
and the way I got with her was another friend of mine, a musician, saxophone player, who's he's in part of this group, the Chops Horns, and his name actually Dave Watson was the one who called me up. He plays tenor and baritone, I think, and flute also, and he called me up one morning. gosh, I guess it must have been about 2 in the morning or something like that.
Something like that.
And you know,
Woke us up.
he's a school teacher,
Mhm.
and he called me and asked me would I be interested in doing the first leg of Alicia's tour. And I said yes.
Yes,
I
yes.
mean, my
yes,
goodness,
Alicia
you know.
Keys,
And this
yeah.
is when I went on tour with her.
Mhm.
She had that was the one the hit that she had out, "Falling."
Falling,
Falling,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yes.
that's a good one. And of course, you know, I said yes, sure, I would love to, you know. So I I did a lot of rehearsing in New York. I think we rehearsed for like 2 weeks before we went on tour.
Tour, okay.
I didn't do any overseas tours with her, just mostly in the States.
In the States.
But I was fortunate enough, and I was honored to have the opportunity of playing with her on the Grammys, on the 2002 Grammys, which, oh my goodness, it was like a dream come true.
I'm trying to hold this book up where they can
And
see. Is this the best way? No.
Uh,
No.
Hold on,
Is
let
that-
me switch up.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
hold this up
yeah.
for you to see.
that was our handbook of all the different venues that we played for. It was, but Alicia she's such a beautiful,
Oh, yes.
down to earth. Oh my goodness, I really enjoyed working with her.
Yes.
And in this book, I noticed
Yeah.
every state that you went to, every place you played was in the book.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that was really great. Are you
Right.
still in touch with her?
I haven't, but you know, it's really hard to get in touch with her. I mean, she's out in L.A. She lives in L.A. somewhere.
Okay.
But and she's very busy. You know,
I
so,
understand.
yes.
I can
But
imagine. And we want to just show some of these pictures. I'm going to try to show them to you anyway. Now this one here, this is Alicia,
yes,
and this is Fran.
Yes.
Can you guys see this at all?
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. We did it was I think it was a Coliseum or a stadium or something that we played at. You know,
And that's her mother in the background.
Mother's in the background.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we go over here, and just take a second. I just want to. Another mega superstar you played with was Evelyn Champagne King, right?
oh yes,
Okay,
Oh,
and this
yes.
is a picture of Evelyn.
oh
and
yes.
T, I
yeah,
hope
but-
you're listening to this here and
Yeah.
looking at this.
And the way I was fortunate enough to play with her, Fran knew her musical director,
Okay, that's a good picture of Evelyn Champagne King.
and
yes.
and she told her musical director about me, you know.
Mhm.
And at that time,
Mhm.
she was looking for a saxophone player to go on tour with her.
Okay.
And as I was, you know, I went to New York. We were living in Virginia, Richmond,
Yeah, Richmond. Mm-hmm.
and
So
she wanted Evelyn wanted all her. Actually, she wanted all her band members to live in the
area.
in the area. So I went for an audition, and the first audition that I had to do with her was to play Shane.
Mm.
And I played it,
Sam Pete.
and she hired me on the spot.
Isn't
She hired
that
me right away,
something?
right then, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you know, we went to Africa, London. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. And then because all in the States and everything, it was great playing.
That
working
was a
with her.
terrific song. It's still being played today.
Yeah.
And it's just so, as
See?
soon as you hear it, you jump out your seat and
that's-
start
that's a-
dancing.
That's a classic. That's a classic. Shame is
Yeah,
shame
you
is.
want to just jump up and start dancing.
Yes.
And over here we have a mega superstar. And tell us about this picture.
Oh yeah, Grover.
This is
Yeah.
Grover, right?
Yeah. Now that's really the way I got to meet Grover. He was a guest on a radio show in New York, and the host was Pat Prescott. I don't know if you okay, but she was the host of that show, and she invited Grover on a show as like people calling in, and I was lucky. I called a couple of times. I called and the line was busy, but I was lucky enough to get through. And got to talk to Grover on the phone, and I was telling Grover how much I enjoy, hearing his playing, and I told him, I said it was a dream, the dream that I would love to study under you, Okay. So he asked me, I said, well, I told him I played sax, and he asked me, he said, well, are you playing anywhere? I said, well, at the moment, at this time, I'm not playing anywhere right now. So out of the clear blue, he said, well, why don't you come on down to the theater where I'm playing? And he was a headliner,
Wow.
and he was the headliner. But the other person that was on there with him was Onaji Allen Gumbs.
Okay.
So so he asked me told me to bring my horn on down, and he wanted to see what I did, how it sounded.
was in his dressing room.
Yeah. So he had the security people escorted me back to the dressing room where he was, and he told me to take my horn out, and he wanted to see what I did. I was just doing a couple of riffs and stuff like that. And he loved what he heard.
Okay.
So I said, wow, he loved what I was playing and everything. So I put my horn back in the case. And I told him, I said, okay, I want to go on back out in the audience and get my seat so I can see the show. So he said, okay. So he told me to leave just leave my horn there in the dressing room, So after they played the first song, Onaji Allen Gumbs played first, and then when he came on, they did their first selection, and then after that, he called my name out. I wasn't even paying any attention. So Fran told me, he said, Benny, Grover's calling your name out. So again he said, Benny, are you out there in the audience? Come on up here.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
And I thought I was.
Yes.
I said, what?
Yes.
So he called me up on the stage. He called me up there. He had the guys. They put my horn together, gave it to me, and I walked out on stage with him. I could not believe I was standing beside a giant.
Oh, isn't
it was
that
like,
wonderful?
and he and I played Mr. Magic together. And this crowd, the crowd went ecstatic.
Yes.
I know they
The crowd
did.
went
I
ecstatic.
know they did.
They did.
And I never will forget that. I never will forget that moment. Oh my gosh.
And
we
there's
kept-
some people. I hear a lot of negative things about entertainers sometimes. I hear these negative, but they're good entertainers too,
Oh, yeah.
and they're good entertainers that would help and will give you a break.
Yes.
Oh.
And lead and guide you if you go to them for help.
Yeah.
Yes.
And listen. So that was really a good experience.
Oh, it was a thrill.
That was
Oh, my
really a
gosh.
good experience.
I never
Most
will
of the
forget that.
entertainers that we have been in touch with are just jewels.
Yes.
They're beautiful people, and if we knew more about them, how they really are, their hearts are so sweet, people wouldn't believe.
No.
I cannot. I can't believe all of.
Well, we want to
Just-
thank Grover Washington for giving you
Yes.
that
Oh,
shot,
yes.
because I imagine that did a lot for your self-esteem.
Oh,
that
yeah.
did a lot for you.
Right, and
You
I
know?
was so upset when he passed. I mean,
Yeah.
and we still keep in touch with Christine.
His wife?
Oh my gosh, yes.
She had us over
Yes.
recently
Yes.
for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, yeah. Yes.
Okay.
very close.
Well, Benny, would you play a song for us? Will you play one of your favorites, Georgia?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, we're going to take a break and we're going to listen to Benny Barksdale Jr. Here we go.
And one of my favorites by Grover, Wine Light. I can play that.
Okay. Thank you. Now, Fran, aren't you proud of him?
I am.
You are proud, right?
So proud.
He's great. He's really,
Yes,
really great.
yes. Just
Okay.
thank the Lord.
Yes, and that's
You
what you
know?
have to do. Just thank
Yes.
God
Yes.
for such a talent.
Yes.
Such good talent.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Benny doesn't mind sharing his talent with others.
That's
No.
right.
And,
No,
you
I
know,
don't.
that's one of the best things about it.
That's
To
right.
share it with others.
Mhm,
Okay?
yes,
It's not
yes.
talent if you don't
Unless you
share.
share it.
No.
That's
Okay.
the truth.
So
That's
let's go
true.
back here and let's
Yeah.
just pick up a minute before we go back to our interview. I think we went to Cornell Tubbs. Hey, Benny and Fran, love
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
Roosevelt,
Right where Baseman came in.
Rose Walker
Uh-huh.
says, hey, Benny. And
Yeah.
let's see, Karen Francine Smith. we went
That's
to,
my
okay.
daughter
Okay.
in Baltimore.
Jerome, Uncle Benny. Hey, okay, we went that one.
Yeah.
And Sandy, Baseman. You're right, Join.
Baseman.
Hello,
Okay.
Baseman. How
Hey
are
there.
you?
Yeah, all right.
Okay,
now. Okay.
I talked to Baseman last night. I think it was last night. Okay. Sidonia. Hi, Sidonia. Good that you joined in.
Oh.
Sidonia and I have been friends for
Oh.
like a million years.
Hey, Sidonia.
I'm glad you
All right.
joined in.
Oh.
Kevin, hello, Kevin. Dean says, Gil, you better get Doris her song.
Aye, Dean.
So
All right,
Dean
Dean.
picked it up right away. Okay. And Baseman says, another great show, so informative. And Baseman, hopefully, he's going to be back on the show in August, the last week in August.
Okay.
David Hicks joined, and he said hello. Daniel Jenkins, hey
Oh,
Daniel.
Dan.
Daniel fussed at me so bad the other day because he
Uh-oh.
said I
Hi,
walked in
Daniel.
front of his camera. And I said, that's okay. I have television. And I was getting ready to give something to Pam, and I just walked right in front of his camera. And then David Hicks says, that's what it's all about. Daniel Jenkins says, hey, Benny, I'm watching you.
All right, Daniel.
Daniel
Okay.
says,
That's great.
hello, Doris Hall James. I'm watching you, too. Jeff Washington, such a great guitar player.
Tell him to call me.
Jeff, Gilbert is saying to call him. Okay. Okay, Wanda Page, what a great story. Grover Washington is an icon.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Judy says, hey, Benny, Meg, and I
Oh,
are
okay.
listening.
Okay, all right. Hey, Judy. Hey,
Matt
Meg.
Green
All
always
right.
supports me in every
Good.
show that I give. I want to thank Matt over and over again. Grover
you.
was a wonderful person. I met him a few times. Sandy Sykes, that's my sister. I know that song, Grover Washington Play. Jeff Washington says, hello and good evening.
All right.
Jessica Stanley says, oh yes. And Dean Morrow says, the sax is singing a beautiful melody played by the living legend, Benny Barksdale.
Oh, okay. Thanks,
Daniel
Dean.
Jenkins is saying, hello, Francis Parker, Barkdale. And Sandy's saying, excellent. And Novell Briggs join in. Hi, Nobby. I heard you in Philadelphia. You haven't called me yet, but I'm glad you joined in. Thank you all for supporting
Yeah,
us
thank
tonight.
you.
And we're going to get back. Oh, Denise joined in. Hi, Denise.
Hi.
We're going to
Hi
get
there.
back to our interview.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Good.
Now, tell me about some of your favorite venues that you played.
Well, of course, oh gosh, you know, with Alicia at the
Okay.
Staples Center, I believe.
Okay, okay.
And then I worked with Don Silver in the at the Netherlands, you know, the North Sea Jazz Festival.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great venue.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the venues are, you know, like we
Most of
do a lot of
Good.
you know, big clubs, you know.
And most of them are good venues,
Oh
right?
yes.
And
yes.
do you have a pretty big crowd at those venues? Or are they danceable, or are they just
Oh, yeah.
intimate
Yes.
venues?
Well, some of them dance, but some of them just people just sit and listen.
Just
Yeah,
listen,
yeah,
like
yeah,
intimate
yeah.
kinds of things?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But they're usually, if they're tickets, they're sold out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and like every Wednesday night, the Crab Tavern is packed full,
it's
standing
packed.
room only.
Yeah.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
standing room only. But you and I get up and dance, don't we?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Can't sit still with all that
Can't
good
sit
music.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you collaborate with others? You know, when you're writing a song, do you collaborate or you strict? Well, you did because you said you wrote the, I forgot, the two young ladies or the young lady to help you on the keyboard
Yes.
when you were writing
Right.
Fran's theme.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that the only song that you wrote?
Yes. Yes.
That's the only
that's
one. Are
one,
you
yeah.
planning to
Major.
write some more?
Well, yeah, eventually I need some people to help me out on that, and yeah,
Mhm.
because I want to get a few more original tunes along with some with the CD I want a few more original, and then doing some cover
You gonna do cover songs?
tunes too as well.
So you have a CD that's in the making.
Well, yes. I
Okay.
want to get another CD out. I really do.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you know.
So your CD
Okay.
that's in the making, you want to have original songs on it and some cover songs.
And some cover
on it.
songs, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what type of music are you going to do? Is it
Well,
going to be a jazz? Is it going to be a mixture?
Like a mixture, some smooth jazz.
Some
you know.
smooth
Yeah,
jazz?
yes, definitely smooth jazz. And some funk, R&B.
Mhm.
You know.
So it's going to be a mixture
Mixture
of
of everything,
different
yeah.
music
Yeah.
on,
Oh yeah.
on your CD.
Yes.
Okay. And I think that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
I think so that the world can see and hear what you can do.
Right.
You know,
Right.
because everybody can't get to a venue or an event.
That's true.
All of us can't get there.
Right.
You know, but if it's a CD available and we can download it or we can purchase a CD,
Yeah.
we can hear,
Right.
and you're worth hearing.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Support our musicians.
yeah, you have to support our
Right.
musicians. You have
Right.
to, you know, we want to keep our music alive, and they're still working and they work hard, and they have music that you can sit down, you can enjoy, you can dance, you can cry, you can have a lot of
Right.
fun,
Yeah.
you know, anything. And we want you to support our musicians. So if you give us, once your CD is ready, and we can know where to purchase it, I'm sure that we will do that.
Wonderful.
It'd be wonderful.
Okay. You need to
Great.
start on it now. You said that you needed some help as far as songwriting is concerned. It's nothing but songwriters out here.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
you got Brett, you got Bill. Who else? It's a bunch of them.
He can write Doris's theme.
Oh, yeah, you can do me a thing. I want to. I love pretty music, but put a little funk in it so I can dance too.
Yeah, I know. Well, Brett told me
Yeah.
that he was going to help me out, and he got something he wanted to put together. So I'm still waiting for that. You know.
Okay. And to all the world out there, we have a radio station, it's Philly Live Radio, and we play a lot of the Philly artists, all their material on the top show, Talents of Philadelphia. That comes on at 7 o'clock on Tuesday. And so if you send in your material, and once it's approved, because we have to approve it first, then it will play on the Talent of Philadelphia.
That's wonderful.
And that show is strictly for the musicians and the singers in Philadelphia. That's a Philadelphia show. And so my advice to you that if you're a singer, musician, if you know someone who does that kind of thing, you can toot them our way,
Right.
you know,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
can send us a copy, and once approved, we can play your music.
That's wonderful.
Okay? So that's one good thing. And we go back to, let me see if I asked you everything that I wanted to ask you.
People
You-
are asking Fran to sing.
You are they?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Sandy, that's Sandy. That's my sister. She's always up to something. Sandy's always up to something. She wants you to play Mr. Magic. Do you know Mr. Magic?
Yeah.
She wants you to play some Mr. Magic or
Oh
something.
yeah.
But let's finish this
Okay.
here first. You talked on your resume about Grover Washington and Gerald Albright, Kenny G,
Yeah,
Let's talk about those people a
Oh
little
my
bit.
goodness. Yeah.
They're all sax players, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
so let's just
yes.
talk about them just a little bit.
Oh yeah.
The average white band.
Oh yeah, average white band. Yeah.
EWP.
Crusaders,
Yeah.
Ronnie
Yeah,
Laws.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
Yeah.
just.
Well, you know, of course, Gerald Albright.
Oh, Lord.
I really enjoy listening to Gerald Albright. He is unbelievable. I mean, he is fantastic.
Gerald Albright.
Gerald Albright, yes, yes. I mean, everything he does is just.
You learned to play when you were young in Baltimore, right?
Yes.
Baltimore has, like Washington, D.C., jazz clubs, jazz bars all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
And they had some fantastic players. So what year did you leave? And how old were you?
It was about gosh, when did I go? So I went.
When you
so
joined the service.
yeah, when I went into the service, you know.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so
Well,
that's when I.
Thank you for your
really
service.
left. Well, thank you. Yes, yeah. So that's but yeah, there were some powerful musicians at that time, man.
Young boys
Oh,
out there
gosh.
was killing it.
Oh, yeah, and that's why I was saying, when my father used to play on Pennsylvania Avenue, in some of the clubs,
Right.
and when I was starting, I playing the sax, that's what I was saying, I told my father, I said, I'd love to go and sit in and play, and play something, but he told me, he said, no, you ain't ready, those guys will blow you off the stage,
Well, what did you do? I just went with the Crusaders.
The Crusade. Well, I just
You
like
did-
to listen to them.
Oh, these okay. You like to
these
listen.
these all those are just
Okay.
people that I love listening to.
How about the Nightlighters?
the Nightlighters? That was man. The way that started with that when I was playing with the Dells, well it was the Nightlighters, and then it was another group that was playing with them, New Birth.
New Birth.
Yeah. Okay. So it was
Yeah,
like
you
night. It
remember
was like
New
new.
Birth,
It was
right?
like It was like New Birth. It was the Nightlighters featuring New Birth. New Birth featuring all I know, we backed the New Birth up.
Okay.
And when I was working with the Dells, I was the only sax player with the Dells. I told them, I said, by the Nightlighters, they were like on the same venue with us, playing sometimes. And I said, I love that band. And I've always wanted to play with a horn band, And when I heard the Nightlighters, I said, oh, I would love to play with those guys. So they had the Nightlighters. They had an opening, for another sax player. So I told the Dells I would love to, play with them, play with the Nightlighters. So I got with them, and that was under the direction of Harvey Fuqua and Vernon Bullock. They the one that. Started the Nightlighters, and one of the main songs that was very popular when I was working with the Nightlighters was a song called KG. Okay. That was and you can find that song on the album the album is Morning, Noon, and Nightlighters.
So we have KG.
Okay,
I got it.
Yeah, that's a good song, and then. One of the songs on that album was a song that I was featured on. It's called "We've Got to Pull Together." That's on that same album.
Okay.
It was under RCA label. So yeah, and when I left, they wanted to move out west, out to LA, and at the time that I was working with them, man, I didn't really want to go out. I didn't want to go out there and live out there. So that's when I left.
Yeah.
But working with the Nightlighters was oh man, we had so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Well, you had a really terrific career, and it's still going. Your musical journey is still going, and I can't wait to hear that CD, and I know the world can't wait to hear that CD. And you've done so much. You've met so many people. I mean, how do you feel about your accomplishments?
I just think I thank the good Lord, getting me to where I am now. I mean. The good Lord has helped me, as far as my music and trying to,
Well, he's helped you.
Because-
He's helped with
yeah.
your music.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's
He
given
did.
you
Yeah.
so much.
He did. Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
and I love for us to always share our gifts. So what inspirational words do you have to tell those out there that may want to follow in your footsteps tonight?
Well, one big thing is trust the Lord.
Okay.
Trust the God. Try to practice and believe in what you do. I mean, the music it's hard out here. I mean, there's so much competition out here.
Yeah.
I mean, and just do your best. And
Keep practicing.
And keep
Just
practicing.
Practice.
That's
And
it.
practice some more.
That's right.
Amen.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the main thing. And I do want to say that I want to thank you all for the love
Mhm.
and the support that everybody's been giving me. I love you with all my heart. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And you're gonna get more and more support. You're a good person. You're a friend. You're very talented. It's gonna be all right.
And
Okay.
I
It's gonna be fine.
I appreciate you what you're doing.
I
you know.
appreciate you too. It's gonna be
Yeah.
all right. Now, before we only have a few minutes. Can you play a little bit of that Mr. Magic?
Oh, sure.
If you don't,
1 second.
what?
See what Valerie says. Come here.
Valerie?
What's that?
I was gonna go back to her in a minute.
Valerie Denise Graham.
Oh, that's
Very
my
good.
daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Oh. I think I saw it. I think it was up.
See?
It was up further. I think I saw it in. I don't know.
Okay, I see Jerome Hayes. Gotta get that jacket from Uncle Benny. What's your jacket?
Oh, you like my jacket?
They wouldn't take your jacket.
Oh, yeah. Who's that?
Jerome will take your
Jerome
jacket.
Hayes.
Oh, you,
He
oh,
said,
yeah.
Gotta get that jacket from Uncle Benny. You wouldn't take your jacket. And then Sandy said maybe he would play Mr. Magic before it's over. We're getting in there, Sandy. And then she says he would play. I said, and
About-
Shelton Price said, Uncle Benny, you're the best. Hi, Shelton.
Oh,
And
thank you, Sheldon.
and Daniel says, hey, Doris, let Francis sing. Okay. And Stanley P. Briston joined.
Oh,
Hi,
okay.
Stanley. Valerie
Valerie Graham,
Denise
yeah.
Graham said, oh, hey, Mom and Benny.
Hey, Valerie.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hi,
thanks.
darling.
Valerie. Aren't
Thanks.
you proud of them, Valerie? Aren't you
Thanks,
proud?
Val. Thanks for
Two more
joining
down.
in, man.
2 more down.
Okay.
Valerie Denise Graham. Yes, my mother has a super mezzo soprano voice. Okay, all right.
Oh.
And Stanley says, love Uncle Benny and Aunt Fran.
Hey,
Sandy
Stanley.
says, all right,
Thanks,
there are
Stan.
sax players. She loves Gerald Albright.
Oh, yeah.
She just loves these sax players. And then Viola, my next door neighbor, always supports me, always join in. And that's Arthur, and I may be pronouncing his
Oh,
name
Babs.
wrong.
Yeah, Babs.
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 Okay,
Yeah,
that's all.
yeah,
He
Babs.
joined.
Hey,
Thanks
Babs.
for joining in.
Thanks for
Lambert Wilson joined
She.
in.
Yeah.
She.
Babs
Okay.
is she.
Babs.
Okay. Lambert Wilson joined in. Derek Baldwin.
Okay.
Hey, Derek. Hey,
Wanda
okay.
Page, we love you, Benny and
Hi,
Fran. Rosa Richardson joined in.
Hey, Rosa.
Wanda again.
Oh.
Thanks for joining in, Wanda. Derek says, my man Benny Barksdale. Now Carl
Oh,
Cox.
yeah, man. Love you
Carl
too, bro.
Cox. Now you know I've been
Yeah.
trying to reach you for a couple of months, Carl.
Oh.
Carl is a sax player.
Is
Oh,
he?
yeah, oh, yeah.
And Carl is I think he teaches music. I think he teaches.
Okay, okay.
Alright.
And I've been trying to reach him. I gotta get with you, Carl. And then Rosa Richardson, very nice. I want to thank all you guys for joining in with us tonight. And before we end, I just want to get a little bit of this, and then we
Okay.
can close out.
Okay.
Okay? Is that Mr. Magic we're going to?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then I'll close out.
Okay. Whenever.
Uh,
musical family and friends and the whole world for tuning in tonight. Thanks to my producer, Gilbert Lomax Jr. Thanks to my sponsors, Mingle Event Studio. Hey, we got something coming to Mingles on September 6th, 2019. We'll be talking about that soon. We want to thank Simply Music Incorporated. That's a bunch of kids getting together to learn music. And we want to definitely thank Philly Live Radio. Check out Philly Live Radio 24/7 and listen to your favorite oldies, the talents of Philadelphia, the Carlos Devon Show. We have Motown Monday. We have Women Who Jam. And we have Jesus Justified with Pastor William A. Brown. Next week, June 20th, 2019 at 8 o'clock p.m., my guest will be the dynamic, smooth, suave, and polished Kenny Jackson.
Wow.
Kenny is a talented vocalist, bass player, songwriter, and producer. Tune in next week and follow Kenny through his musical journey. Follow me on Facebook. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check me out on Instagram. Check out my webpage. I always say check it out because I put a lot of work in that. Check that out for me. I am Doris Hall James, and thanks for listening in. We'll see you next week.